Fly by night, because that's what we're doing tonight. We're flying by night and by the seat of our pants. Why try? No, why? It's feeling inside me says it's time I was gone. Clear head, new life ahead. It's time I was king and not just one more pawn. Fly by night away from here. Change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye my dear. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. My ship isn't coming, I just can't pretend. Moonrise, thoughtful eyes, staring back at me from the window beside. No fright or hindsight, leaving behind that empty feeling inside. Fly by night away from here, change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye my dear. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. Start a new chapter, find what I'm after. It's changing every day. Change of the seasons, enough of a reason to want to get away. Quiet and pensive, my thoughts apprehensive, the hours drift away. Leaving my homeland, playing a lone hand, my life begins today. Fly by night away from here, change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye my dear. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. Yeah. All right. Well. Okay. Hey, baby doll. Well, hello there, Natasha. How are you? I'm doing great. Are you flying by night? I'm teleporting by morning. It's a little different. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. The live stream podcast, sweetie. That's right, live. Live. We're flying without a net. Over here, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Ikadon Boozhoo, Weenie Moshane. Say hello, sweetheart. Boozhoo, Gakina, Awi. Awiya. How do you say that? Awiya. Awiya. Remember, it's that song that... Anyway. Well, hello, everybody. Oh, why? Look over here. It's Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. Say hello, Michael. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. How are you this morning? I'm doing great. How are you? Not too bad. Not too bad. Nancy's here, sweetie. Is Nancy Schmancy here? Yep, she's first in class. Well, let's give her a gold star. How you doing, Nancy? Boozhoo, Nancy. And Sequoia Hummingbird, second in class. Mino Giga Jabe, Sequoia Hummingbird. What is that? That's a silver star. Yeah, a silver star for Sequoia. Boozhoo, Sequoia. And Jessica Wabooz with a Mino Giga Jabe. Jessie, so nice to see you. Jessie Rabbit's back. And a bronze star for Jessica. Jessica. Oh, wow, we got a really important show today, huh, sweetie? Yep, today's show is brought to you by Important Things. What's so special about this morning? Well, it's Anima E Gija Good. Oh, right. It's prayer day. Anima E Gija Good. Prayer day, sweetie. Enough clowning around. Get on your knees and pray. Why don't you repent already? Don't say that. Anima A, Geisha good. Prayer day, Sunday. Sunday. You know, there's more to life than just monster truck rally, you guys. Is that what the BOOZHOO crew's about? Oh, they love their monster trucks. Every Sunday, you know, you can hear the BOOZHOO crew. Oh, Sunday. Get down to the monster truck rally. Well, guess what? There are some of us who recognize this day as a day for prayer, sweetie. Yeah. You know, that's what the Anishinaabe would call it. Prayer day. When you get on your knees and you pray to Gitchimanadu, the Great Spirit. Yep. Well, also popularly known as Nusana. Nus is the old world style way of saying Father in Ojibwe. But if you want to say our Father, you know, because that's who we're really talking about, the Creator. Nusana wakwing ebian, our Father who art, who's in heaven. Nusana, the Gitchimanadu, the Great Spirit. And these are just some of the little topics we'll discuss on today's live stream Ojibwe language and culture podcast. But before that, what do you have to say for yourself? Nothing. What do you have to say for yourself? I'm just jumping right into the Ojibwe. I don't know why. Yeah. How's it going, Paul? I'm doing all right, man. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. You gonna go to church with us today? No, I thought I'd stay home and watch a football game. Oh, whoa, woo! I love football. Oh. Football season's over, dude. Oh. Well, I think I'll sit around and practice my guitar. Okay, you practice the guitar. Practice singing too. You're kind of losing it. I know. Paul Stanley, you guys. Anything new in the Paul Stanley news, sweetie? Not that I know of. What is he up to these days? I think Kiss is back on tour. I saw a clip where he got all mad. I should have pulled that up. Any Kiss fans out there see the clip where Paul Stanley, he's singing somewhere live recently, or at least lip syncing to a track live, and he takes off that his guitar, and he just kind of, without even looking, he's still singing in the microphone. He hands his guitar to nobody, and then he looks over and nobody's there, so he just throws the guitar on the ground. You can tell he's mad that the guitar tech didn't come out to change out his guitar. And I'm thinking, excuse me, Paul, didn't your guitar tech die of... Hey, Paul, what was up with that? I got so mad my guitar tech wasn't going to be out there to grab my guitar, and I wanted to rock and roll all night and party every day. Well, yeah, but didn't your guitar tech die of COVID? Yeah, he did, and I forgot. So I was mad, but then I remembered, and so I carried on rocking and rolling all night and partying every day. Okay, take it easy. But yeah, I got all bent out of shape. Things happen. Sometimes you have to put your own guitar away. That's all I'm saying, Paul. And which brings us, sweetie, to what? Nawakwe. It's noon. And you might be asking yourself, BOOZHOO crew, what does Nawakwe, noon, have to do with anything today? I thought it was prayer day. Well, it just occurred to me. The Ishkwa, Nawakwe means afternoon. And I don't really have a segue into why this is a word, sweetie. Don't you? Not really. Nawakwe, noon. Ishkwa, Nawakwe will be afternoon. Kind of like Ishkwa, tomorrow will be Ishkwa, Anama E, Gija Good. It'll be after prayer day. or Monday? Well, in our language, we call noon, 12 o'clock, Nawakwe. And anything after that until evening we call Ishkwa. Nawakwe. And these have been just a few Ojibwe words of the day. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? You want to take a call? Sure, I'll take a call. What line? Line 2. Line 2. Caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Hey, man. It's me. It's Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden. Hey, Hunter Biden. How are you? Welcome back to the show. Sweetie, it's the president's son, Hunter Biden. Well, hi, Hunter. How are you? I'm doing all right, man. I'm just hanging out in a hotel, man. I got my laptop, and I woke up this morning, and I turned on a show. I wanted to learn about the Ojibwe language and Ojibwe culture, man, because it's important. Is it? Yeah, man, you got to learn your language. You know, you can't just waste your life on hookers and blow. Let me tell you what. Yeah, I know. I just watched a short documentary on you. You watched that documentary? Yeah. How do I look? Well, your fake teeth look pretty good. Yeah, man, I got my teeth fixed. All my teeth fell out from the drugs. Yeah. That's half of it, man. Why did you cheat on your wife with your dead brother's widow? Man, she was fun. I was like, hey, you know, now that my brother's dead, old Bo, how about you give me a go? You know, there ain't no more Bo, so why don't you let Hunter, you know, I'll be a man, I said. And she was like, what, you're old crackety crack. And I was like, no, I'll leave my wife for you. And you can trust me, because I promise I will never do drugs or cheat on you. And did you cheat on her? All the time, man. I went to a stripper called Dallas, and I had another baby. So I got my kids, I got my stepkids, I got my nieces and nephews. Now I got a little baby from Dallas, the stripper. Wow. How come nobody talks about this in the news and that? Oh, because they take you down, man. You know, it's all, I don't know. Hey, man, can you fix a laptop? No, I can't fix a laptop. I dropped mine in the shower. Hunter, I got a show to do here. I can't just chat with you on the line. Well, what's the word of the day? Well, today's a prayer day. I think we all need to say a prayer for you and for the wake of destruction in your life. No, man, I'm having a good time. It's on my eggies, you're good. Yeah, it's prayer day. But it's really interesting that you're a topic that comedians don't want to touch. I mean, what is going on in this world? No, man, they just respect the office of presidency. My dad's a president. Did you know my dad was a president of the United States? Yeah, everybody knows that. I've just found that out. I was going to go to work this morning, right? And I put on my tie, and I was like, which way is Burismo? And then the lady at the desk was like, Hunter, Burismo's in the Ukraine. Is it Ukraine or Yugoslavia? It's in Ukraine. Okay. And I was like, but I'm in a Super 8 in Dallas. No, where am I? D.C. Am I in I don't even know where I am. Yeah, I don't know where you are either. And I got a little piece of corn chip in my throat, sweetie. Well, take a drink of water. I don't have any water. You want some coffee? I'd love some coffee. Well, you better go make it. Hunter, I gotta go. All right, man. Hey, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe? We don't say goodbye. We say, I will see you again. Gi kawabamin minowa. Gi kawabamin minowa, Nanaboozhoo. Yeah, you too. Hey, Natasha. Yeah? Gi kawabamin minowa. Yeah, never mind. Gi kawabamin minowa, Hunter. Yeah, you don't need to talk to Hunter. What? I don't want you anywhere near that creep. I'm a grown woman. I can have my own friends. Yeah, I know. Ugh. Hunter Biden. But whatever. I don't know, sweetie. Hey, what was going to be the story today? Oh yeah, wasn't I going to tell a story? I think the show is called something like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell the Goldilocks story. Hello kids. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast, the children's show about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and I'm what we call in Ojibwe Arazuke Winini. Arazuke is a traditional story. And a Winini is a man. I'm all man, sweetie. Are ya? Yep. Where's my pride march? I'm a man. Arazuke Winini. Man. Storytelling man. And today's storytell. Listen to me, sweetie. And today's story I'd like to tell is a story of a little girl who had golden hair. Locks of gold. And so they called her Goldilocks. And today I would like to tell the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Oh, the Three Bears? Three hairy gay guys? No. Different kind of bear. These were the Three Bears. You see, back in the days of the grandfathers, bears lived together in cabins in the woods. And they cooked their own food. They had furniture. They could speak English. There was one particular morning, the Three Bears got together. There was a mama bear and a papa bear, a little baby bear, little macoon, sweetie, little baby bear cub. And so, mama bear gets up just early and makes the porridge, and she pours some for the family. Apparently at different times because there are different temperatures when they leave. But anyway. And they're about to eat breakfast and old Papa Bear says, "Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we go for a walk?" And Mama Bear's all, "I just made some porridge. You want to walk now?" He goes, Yeah, let's leave the house. And Mama Bear's all, "Okay, well, where are the keys?" He goes, never mind that. Let's just leave the doors open. We're in the middle of the woods. What can happen? So off they go on a morning walk. Well, Goldilocks is, I don't know why she's in the middle of the woods all by herself. Maybe her mom sent her to go to her grandmother's house. No, that's Little Red. That's Little Red Riding Hood. I get them confused. Yeah, me too. This is Goldilocks. So Goldilocks, she came from kind of a rich family. She's sort of entitled, kind of a brat. And she lived in the mid-1800s in a small town in southern Minnesota called Walnut Grove. Is that right? I think it's Walnut Grove. Is that where Little House on the Prairie is from? Yeah, I think so. Or is it Maple Grove? It's either Maple Grove or Walnut Grove. Might be Walnut Grove. And her dad owned the shop, and he had some money, and he actually wasn't a bad guy. But her mom was just the worst. Real crabby lady and real strict and whatever. But they never taught little Goldilocks to respect other people's property, to not break the law, to not break and enter. So she's off walking in the woods one day, and she comes across the Three Bears cabin. And she's like, "Oh, should I just let myself in? Why not? Who cares? I'm a Goldilocks. I can do what I want." So she walks up there, doesn't even knock. She just opens the door, swings right open. Looks around, nobody's there. She goes, "Smells good in here. Smells like someone's been making some oatmeal." So she walks in, sits down, and she tries some porridge. She goes, "Oh, this porridge is too hot." Moves to the next chair. Tries some porridge. Ooh, this one's too cold. Gets to the third bowl. This one's just right. Gobbles it up. I don't know why the temperature is such an issue in this story, but then, she's I don't know if she tries some chairs out or what, but eventually she finds herself wanting to take a nap. She goes in the back bedroom. There's 3 beds back there. Jumps in the big old Papa Bear's bed. Oh, this one's too soft. So she gets out, crawls into Mama Bear's bed. No, this one's too hard. Gets out, I guess, crawls into a baby bear crib. So this one's just right. Doesn't smell like pee too badly. And she falls asleep. Well, sure enough, Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Baby Bear, they come back. And little Goldilocks is just sleeping away. And they're like, hey, who are you? How'd you get in here? And she goes, oh no, the bears are back. And she gets up and she runs away. And this is the dumb ending to that story. Is that really how that ends? Yeah, I think so. I don't know if she learns anything or what the moral of the story was supposed to be. Once again, it's one of those weird European, German children's stories that makes no sense to me. This is the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Mukwug, bears. This way. No, Beijing, Nij, this way. This way, Mukwug. The 3 bears. To learn more about the 3 bears. Yeah, that's the dumbest story I've ever heard. Isn't it, though? What is the point of Goldilocks and the 3 bears? It's the most famous story in the world. We tell it every kid in the world has heard it. Do they hear this story in China? I don't know. I've never been in China. They've probably heard it. Yeah. Why is this a famous story? You tell me, Nellie. Nellie's so cute. Yeah, she is. Even for a mean little brat. Goldilocks and the 3 bears. I don't know. I don't know either. Hey, Papa Wagosh is back. Well, hey, Papa Wagosh. Papa Wagosh says, Daddy ba jimowi winini. Daddy ba jimowi win. Dibajimoen is a story. Da Dibajimoen winini would be a storyteller. Yeah, that's right. There's a newspaper in Cass Lake called the Dibajimoen. Or at least it used to be. I haven't seen it in years. But yeah, that's the story. The news. Where do you get the news you trust? My trusted news is on BitChute. BitChute? Yeah. I only watch conspiracy videos for my news. I know. Like when the latest thing came up, I was like, all right. My YouTube feed is filled with all the fake news. Let's go over to let's see what Meg, the bitter truth, has to say about this. Yeah. I don't know. It's just so hard to believe in the mainstream narrative of anything. I naturally have to assume they're lying about it. It's like, okay. I don't know what happened. I know this is a lie, but... You want to take another call? Yeah, sure, I'll take another call. 92? Yep. Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Heil Hitler, NANABOOZHOO. Hey, dude, don't start with that. Sweetie, it's that racist baby. Hey, racist baby! I am not a racist baby. I am a racist man with the disease Benjamin Button had. Oh, that's right. You've got the Benjamin Button disease. He's an old racist Indian. Yes, you see, I have this disease, and it makes me age backwards. Yeah, I know. We saw the movie. It is called the Benjamin Button disease.
And even though I look like a young baby, I am indeed an old, very old man.
Yeah, that doesn't give you an excuse for being a Hitler Youth.
Well, in my day, we had different ideas, more traditional, and some would say conservative ideas about race. Heil Hitler!
Dude, I'm not going to tell you again. Quit saying Heil Hitler in the show. You're going to get me deplatformed.
Well, you see, Nanaboozhoo, I am very old. For even though I look old...
Yeah, I know. Benjamin Button disease. What do you want?
I was wondering if you could teach me the Ojibwe word of the day.
Aren't you a fluent Ojibwe speaker?
Yes, I am indeed. In fact, Ojibwe is my first language. And yet, I enjoy learning the words you teach on your show.
Okay. Well, we were going to talk about Gitchimanadu, the Great Spirit.
Yes, the Great Spirit, Gitchimanadu. You know, in French, their word for Great Spirit is also Gitchimanadu.
Yeah, I heard that. Did you ever hear that, sweetie? What's that? I met a guy from France, and he goes, hey, in Indian, do you guys use the word Gitchimanadu? I went, Gitchimanadu? And he goes, yeah. Yeah, do you guys use that word? He goes, yeah, that's our French word for Great Spirit. Well, you gotta be kidding me. So I don't know if they stole it from Ojibwe or how that works, but yeah. So yeah, Gitchimanadu. That's what we, as you know, racist Benjamin Button baby is our word for Great Spirit.
You know, for many moons I have prayed to the Great Spirit in the traditional way by offering tobacco.
Yeah, I know. Hey, back in your day, what was your word for father?
In the old days, we would say Noose. Ninus would be my father. Ginus would be your father. These days, the young people, they like to say Ni Papa or Ni Tata. But these are not the traditional old way of saying father. So when I would say father, I would say Noose. Yeah, that's what I figured. Being as old as you are. So Nusana is our father. And I was thinking about saying a prayer, sweetie, but maybe I'll let you say the prayer today. Yeah, I can go outside and say a prayer. All right. So what else can I do for you today? Racist Benjamin Button Hitler Youth. Well, you see, I wanted to call in and to encourage you to continue to teach the sacred language, Ojibwe Moan.
Okay.
For what you are doing, it is making your ancestors very proud. Very proud indeed that you carry on the teachings of our way.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Well, having said that, let me say, Gigawabamin Minawaniji. I will see you again, brother.
Yeah, you too, racist Benjamin Button baby. Gigawabamin Minawa. Gigawabamin Minawa, baby.
Gigawabamin Minawa, Natasha.
See you later, buddy. Okay. He's a bit of a Hitler freak. Yeah, he is. But he's our elder, and I think we should be nice to him. I was nice to him. Yeah, you were. Benjamin Button. It's a very serious disease, you guys. Makes you grow backwards. And, let's remember that. This Memorial Day. I should have asked him about Memorial Day. I bet you he was served in a war. Yeah, he's really old. He probably served in World War II. Yeah. Memorial Day is, what, tomorrow? Yeah. Should we do a Memorial Day show? We could. You want to go out to Bina tomorrow? We could. Go see Cousin Missy? Yeah. Where is Cousin Missy? She's probably still sleeping one off from last night. Hey, Cuz, wake up. We're trying to learn the language and the culture this morning. On this anima egg, good. You know who I think about on Memorial Day? Who's that? Somebody I want to remember. Jim Henson? No, the guy who played Ernie's right hand. Was that Jim Henson's right hand man? Yeah. Oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a puppeteer. I'm gonna go work on Sesame Street with Jim Henson, is what this guy said. And I'll get to stick my face in his armpit. Yeah, it's right in there, isn't it? Yeah, look at this poor guy. I mean, okay, guy with a beard, everyone, that's Jim Henson. He made Sesame Street. He's a genius. He made Labyrinth, he made The Dark Crystal, whatever. Next guy with the mustache, the bald top, that's Frank Oz. He was the voice of Bert. He was also a lot of voices, Fozzie Bear, I think. And, he was another puppeteer. And then there was that guy who played, had to stick his face in Jim Henson's. Do you suppose he had any say in what kind of deodorant Jim Henson wore? With Jim Henson like, hey, I brought the speed stick this morning. You think maybe? Yeah, I think so. He's like, oh, thank you. Did you get Arid Extra Dry? My cheek is getting wet. So this Memorial Day, let's remember the sacrifice of whatever his name is from the Sesame Street show. From the Children's Television Network. I don't know why I thought of that. Why did you think of that? It's been sitting there forever. I got a ping, but I got it on my browser, not on YouTube. Says Jessica Wabooz. Hey, MJ's here. Good morning, Sequoia. Have you received your good fortune yet? Please keep me informed. Your good fortune. Have you received your good fortune yet, sweetie? I got nothing but good luck. MJ says, no, not racist, baby. Teenager adult. No racist anyone. Please, Nanaboozhoo. Hey, don't look at me. I can't tell who's going to be coming in here. No, I don't condone racism of any kind. Judge not by the color of a person's skin. That's what I say, sweetie. You gotta judge by the content of the character. Yeah. Now I'm a harsh judge of the content of people's characters. You know who's got bad character? Who's that? The Jews. Shut up! No, I'm just kidding, you guys. Racism. I was watching that old Dave Chappelle bit again. It was so great. He was talking about racism and that. And he goes, the one group of people that gets openly dogged, who I feel about is Indians. And Chappelle's like, people dog Indians this openly because they think they're all dead. Indians ain't all dead. I've personally seen a gathering of 1,000 Native Americans. I think they called it Walmart in New Mexico. Then he goes on to say, he walks into Walmart there and he sees an Indian and he's like, I went up to him and that's not the coolest thing I ever did. I said, I don't want to be rude, but are you an Indian? And the guy looks at him and goes, yes, I am Navajo, which now we know we call Dene, but I'm Navajo. And Dave Chappelle goes, still didn't believe him. But, he was standing in a bow and arrow section in a sporting goods. But he goes, so I had to test him. And I rolled up a little ball of litter or whatever and threw it on the floor. Sure enough, one tear. Like that commercial. Yeah. He goes, come on, man. We got to celebrate. I want to meet your chief. He also says something about, weren't you guys hunter-gatherers? We studied you in social studies class. The Indian guy was like, well, if that's what you want to call it. So why? What do you call it? I am
an alcoholic.
No. Yeah. So he goes back with the new guy's place to meet his chief. He goes, oh, it's everything I had dreamed. You know, all these Indians around are playing the drum. Weda hey, weda hey, wedo. And the head Ogama, the chief, comes out and he's got a big blanket. And he unfolds the blanket. And there's a long opwagon. There's a long pipe. It's got feathers off it. And bags of weed. And he goes, all right, the big ones are 100, the medium size are 50, and the little ones are 20. And they all started to smoke up together. But then pretty soon Dave Chappelle, he gets all, he gets all high. He's like, the spirits have got me. The spirits have got me. And they're like, calm down, blackface. And they splash water at him. Because listen, you may stay with us until the spirits have left you. He goes, and they gave me a tent or a teepee. He goes, I know that sounds real cool. But I was like, how come I gotta be outside and sleep on the grass? Why can't I be in the house with you guys and watch TV? Dave Chappelle. But I don't know. Comedians are afraid to make fun of Hunter Biden, and except for Dave Chappelle, they seem to be afraid of making fun of race stuff. In the old days, it was all jokes about different races. It would be like, what's his name? A really famous, well, anybody, from Eddie Murphy to, who am I thinking of? The really good black comedian. Chris Rock? Chris Rock, too. Yeah, he had a lot of good race stuff. But way before that, the guy who burned himself with doing drugs. Oh, yeah. What's his name? Right, Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor. Yeah, this guy's did great, race humor. I mean, it wasn't even making fun of races. Like, oh, you're so dumb because of your race. It was just talking about different stuff. And Dave Chappelle still does it, But now it went so touchy. Easy. Not all white people can't jump, or whatever. But we're living in the age of the cancel culture. That's what they call it. Welcome to the show about Ojibwe language and cancel culture. What's a really racist joke? I don't know any jokes. You know what color? The only color I care about? What color is that? Pink. Why pink? Because of Pink Floyd. There you go. Pink Floyd. No feminist ladies in your silly hats on your marches. You don't own the color pink. Nor does the effeminate men march. Pink belongs to Pink Floyd. And here's a song by Pink Floyd. Up next, the lovely and talented Natasha. Oh, there you go. This is my abrupt transition. Miigwech Bizendawieg. Thank you for listening. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, you're just a
another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Daddy's flown across the ocean, leaving just a memory. A snapshot in the family album. Daddy, what else did you leave for me? Daddy, what'd you leave behind for me? All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. I don't need no arms around me, and I don't need no drugs to calm me. I have seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. Don't think I need anything at all. All in all, you were all just bricks in the wall. All in all, it was all just bricks in the wall. All in all, you were all just bricks in the wall. All in all, you were all just bricks in the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabriela Quevedo, fingerstyle guitarist. Oh,
Okay. I just noticed how messed up my hair was again. Who keeps cutting off my bangs? I don't know. BOOZHOO! Hi. Look at myself together here. BOOZHOO, Gakina Awi? Awia? Awia? BOOZHOO, Dij Anishinaabe Duke. Hello, my fellow Anishinaabe. So happy to be here today. Neiman Wyndham, G-A-I-N, Omanungum. What can I say? Gonna say a little prayer. Anima A. On this prayer day. Anima A. Keisha good. know we talk about this all the time, but I always offer tobacco. Just a little pinch of tobacco when I pray. Sometimes, even before I go on a car trip, I'll just sprinkle a little pinch of tobacco and say, Gitchimanadu, Great Spirit. We do kawishin. Please help me. We do kawishin ando nene good trip. Trip. Please help me to have a good trip. Protect us. Show us some mercy when we travel. Give us a travel mercy. That's what my church calls it. Travel mercies. They'll say, any prayer requests? Like one of the old ladies in the back, travel mercies for my granddaughter. She's traveling all the way to St. Paul or whatever. Like, okay, let's pray for her. Put out a little tobacco to get a safe journey. Anyway, Asema, tobacco. In that movie, Dances with Wolves. Oh, don't pretend you haven't seen it 10 times. Everybody's seen it a million times. But there's a scene in there where, what's his name? John Dunbar. When what's his name? I wanted to call him Alec Baldwin. When John Dunbar, Kevin Costner, he goes in the lodge with the old Indian guy, old 10 Bears. And they say, we sat down and had a smoke. They put tobacco in a pipe and they'd smoke it so there would be no lies between them. Part of the Dakota culture was like, let's smoke the upwagon, let's smoke the pipe. Because it'll create a space where we won't lie. Some people say that tobacco smoke, when you're praying with a pipe, will send your prayers up in the smoke. Some people will burn bushkode sage. And the sage smoke will purify everything. Make it pure. No lies, no bad spirits. And they say when the smoke goes up, the blessings come down. That's what they say. And then there's all these birds. All these crazy Beneshiag. Birds. They say birds carry our prayers. I heard a story once that said, Gitchimanadu, the Great Spirit. He gave all the birds jobs. He would make them, they'd be like, okay, your job will be to do this. Your job will be to do that, And for the eagle, Migazi was like, okay, eagle, you got a big job. And the eagle was like, oh, should I represent money? You do want me to be the patron saint of money? And he's like, no, I want you to be the messenger of the people's prayers. Carry their prayers up to me so I can hear them. And, but the eagle, he's been used as a symbol for everything. Oh, he's so patriotic. He's a symbol of America. Born in the USA. Anyway, but I always offer tobacco. I don't usually smoke a pipe. I just sprinkle it when I'm done praying. But I'll tell him, I'll ask him to accept it. Even though, he can smoke it on his own time. Gitchimanadu, Great Spirit. Taka otapananiwi asema. Please accept my tobacco. Noongum. Today, I want to say, Miigwech ka iji kakina keku, ka iji chikea noongum. Thank you for everything that you do today. Nusana wakwing abian. Our Father who art in heaven. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for the sun shining. Thank you for the birds singing. Thank you for keeping Bagheera, my cat, healthy. Help me to be a good mother to Bagheera. Miigwech GOFUNDME. Thank you for my life. Miigwech GOFUNDME. Indinaway Maganadoog. Thank you for my all my relations, all my relatives. And thank you for the BOOZHOO crew. Thank you for the show. Thank you for NANABOOZHOO. Thank you for Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. Thank you for taking care of us. I think I mentioned yesterday that it was 3 years ago. No, it was 2 days. 3 years and 2 days since Michael got fired for the last time. But getting fired was the beginning of our show. And somehow I remember praying to you and asking, is there any way we can just do the show full time? Please let us do the show full time. I'm not saying I deserve it, but I don't want to work at some job every day. And then just trying to squeeze in time and late at night and on the weekends, early in the morning to do the show. I just want to do the show. And sure enough, you made it happen. You brought people from the BOOZHOO crew to us. You inspired us to start a GoFundMe page. It feels like you did all this stuff, like it's good luck happened after we prayed. So miigwech for listening to our prayers. Miigwech bizendawieg. Niwi anama e. Thank you for listening to my prayer. Ape and gay. Amen. Prayer. Such a leap of faith. You gotta suspend your disbelief. Even though it's gonna be kind of a one-sided conversation. And most of the time, my prayers are just thanking them for stuff. I don't think it's good just to have a list of, a wish list. Oh, Great Spirit, here's my Christmas list. Please send me some new jeans. I'd like a pair of tennis shoes. New tires for my bike. I don't think that's what prayer is supposed to be. The only time I ask for stuff is when I'm in real trouble. Or if somebody I care about's in trouble. Then I get real angry. And start demanding stuff. Please, God, you know I don't ask for much. This time, I'm asking you for something. Don't disappoint me. Don't make me come up there and show you what's what. Nah. But there have been times in my life when I've been very angry with God. When I didn't want to believe as much as I did because I was so angry. Blaming him for all the bad stuff. And giving him no credit for any of the good stuff. And just so angry. But now I think back on those days, I'm like, yeah, I was so angry because I was so deceived. I believed everything I saw on TV. So, I was angry all the time. Then something happened when I got old. I don't know, you soften up. I stopped being such an angry young woman. I became, I don't know, Try to look. Always look on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. Always look on the bright side of life. There's a movie that Monty Python did years ago that they would never make today because people would be so afraid of the backlash that would come from the people who would no doubt be offended. But it was called The Life of Brian. And it was all about a guy who has a similar life as Jesus. He's the mistaken Messiah. Everyone thinks that this is the Messiah. That's what I got. But he's just Brian. He just happens to be like around where Jesus was. And so he gets all these followers and all this stuff. And eventually he gets crucified. and he's hanging on there. And one of the other guys goes, "Life's a piece of bleep when you look at it. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Always look on the bright side of life." all these guys who are being crucified were singing together. Look on the bright side of life. And I thought that was so brilliant. You gotta look at the bright side. They want us just looking at the dark side. Oh, everything's so dark. I heard somebody talking about the theory of evolution. And they go, yeah, if you're an evolutionist, if you believe in the Big Bang, essentially those people believe that in the center of the universe is a black hole. Oh, what's a black hole? Well, it's this non-proven theory that there are holes in nothing, in the vacuum of space, that draws all the light into it through the power of gravity. Anyway, they think at the center of it all is nothing. Worse than nothing, it's a black hole. It's a nothing that sucks in nothing into itself. I'm like, well, that's very cheery. No, thank you. I don't think the center of the universe is a black hole. I think we're the center of the universe. I think the North Pole is the center of the universe. That's what I think. But I'm just a little girl. What do I know? Well, some people think, they'll say, what's the word? Entropy? They say everything leads to entropy. Everything breaks down, becomes more complex and disordered. You know, stuff decays and turns to dust. But then Christians say, no, it's just the opposite. Things they go from dust into order. Everything works together to create order. The human being. The balance of life and light and dark and water. Those are two very different ways of looking at reality. And I grew up in my liberal circles always going, oh, the Christians, they're the negative ones. They think everything's, a fall of man. Oh, we're doomed. You're going to go to hell if you don't believe. And it's actually the science people who are positive. No, it's science. But now it's like, no. The science people, i.e. the antichrists, the anti-Christians, are, they got a very dim, depressing worldview. Or whatever you want to call it. It's not a global view. It's not a universal view. Their beliefs are very dark. Oh, it's a deep, dark black hole in the time-space continuum. Oh, is that a real thing? Did we prove time-space continuum? Nope. That's just a science fiction, silly. But they've got us also hypnotized. We're like, oh, I don't know. In any case, thanks for my life. Thanks for everything. It ain't so bad. To quote the lines of the famous philosopher Rocky Balboa, in Rocky 4, I think. Rocky's like getting beat up by the Russian, whichever Rocky that was. And he just lets him punch him in the face, and he keeps saying, "Ain't so bad, ain't so bad." Ain't so bad, ain't so bad. That's what I think of life. Just taking punches to the face and going, "It ain't so bad." Oh, I better go back. Okay, BOOZHOO. Hi, sweetie. Hey, ready to come home? I am. Yeah, we got to get going. Tom's going to be here in 15 minutes. Is it 9 o'clock already? Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, would you pick me up? All right, 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Make it so, number 1. Yeah, I'm trying. Did you jiggle the little thingy? Yeah, I'm jiggling. Oh, push the button and jiggle the wire at the same time. Yep. Hey. Hi. I see you got it to work. Yep. That old thing. Anyway, we got a mahjong, sweetie. Yeah, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, me quetch bisandawi egg. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to support the show, Michael has books for sale on Amazon. And we've got links in the description to Patreon, PayPal, and GoFundMe. But otherwise, just want to say, miigwech ganawabi egg. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This over here is NANABOOZHOO. Okay, miigwech. This is Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow. And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. One more time, sweetie? Yep, I gotcha. Make it so, number 1. See you tomorrow. That didn't work. Try it again. I gotta push the button and jiggle the wire at the same time.